Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm just gonna show you guys a trade that I caught on Eurjpy. So this is just the before image, alright, and this is the after, alright. So this is just about let me check real quick, just about 75 pips so far. Yeah, but yeah, I'm just gonna break down this pair and show you guys entries you can use for the Pinbars. All right, and then we'll just take a quick look at Nasdaq and what she might have in store for us. All right, so let's just start off on the monthly time frame. All right, so let me just clear this off. All right, so as we can see on the monthly time frame, before we start, I just wanna type this out so you guys can take note of this. Alright, so with this, just keep that in mind, guys. Whenever you're analyzing the market structure comes first, alright, and then the candlestick formation second. Alright, so your candlesticks are always secondary and the market structure always comes first. Okay, so on the monthly time frame, we can see that we have an impulse and now we in a larger correction. Okay, so my next move, I'm anticipating a move towards the downside, alright, because this essentially is just one large correction. Okay, so let me just clear this up. Alright, so on the monthly, I just like to draw my outer structure. Alright, these are just going to be your long-term targets. Alright, so as you can see, this impulse that we have right there, and this is just one large correction. Okay, now for those of you that don't know what impulse and corrections are, an impulse is just heavy momentum candles heading towards the trend, the way the direction the trend is moving. All right, yeah, and then your correction is just your sideways movement that's against the trend. All right, so yeah, so that's on the monthly time frame. As you can see here, we also had a double bottom. All right there. Let's just go down to the weekly time frame. All right, so there we go. Yeah, so we can see we had a clear double bottom here. All right, so obviously from this point you should know what you want to do before you take a trade. Okay, whether you want to buy or sell, and in this case obviously I'm looking for buys because the correction is heading towards the upside, and the long-term target obviously will be up there on the third touch. Okay, because we do have our first touch here, our second touch, so I'm anticipating the third touch right up there. Alright, so let's just go down to the daily time frame. Alright, let me just remove this because we already seen that. Yeah, like I said, we had the clear double bottom. Okay, so obviously we're looking for buys. All right, now as you can see, we had our double bottom. Okay, and we had our impulse and our larger correction. Okay, because like remember, the market moves in phases. All right, it gives you an impulse, and then after that it gives a correction. All right, and then after that gives another impulse. Okay, so impulse, correction, continuation. Okay, keep that in mind. Right, so as you can see over here, we had an impulse, a correction, and now this is one large impulse. So now we're sitting right here. Okay, so with this move right here, this is just one large correction. Okay, because price is not going anywhere. So let's just go down to the 4 hour so we can get a clear picture. Okay, so as you can see, this is just one large impulse. Okay, and this is a correction. So we can mark out the outer structure the same like we did on the monthly time frame. Okay, because obviously I'm expecting the third touch, the first touch, the second touch, so my long-term target is the third touch. Right, and let's just mark out the correction here, first touch, second touch. So I was anticipating the third touch, okay, to go long, the first touch, second touch. So this is where I caught my buy. Okay, and I'll show you guys right now why I entered the buy. Let me just remove this. Okay, so this is on the 4 hour time frame. So now let me just make this neat. Yeah, so now we're on the 4 hour time frame. When you reach a certain structure or a trend line or whichever zone you guys marked out, alright, you should always look at how you reach that structure and in which manner. Okay, and when it reaches there, always look at the candlesticks. Okay, remember what I said, the structure first and then your candlesticks come secondary. Right, so structure, a larger correction, okay, and then you identified your candlestick. Okay, and as you can zoom in here, you see this candlestick right here, that was my first clue. Okay, and my confirmation. Okay, because I was waiting for the third touch of this trend line. Okay, and then my second confirmation would be that right there, the candlestick. If you guys know what that candlestick is, good for you. But for those who don't, that's a pin bar. Alright, so this just helps us understand the market and shows us that, okay, the buyers are in control, so we could get longs from here and we could get buying opportunities. Right, so after I received that, I just went down to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so now as you can see on the 1 hour time frame, can you see it also gave you a nice pin bar. Yeah, so what you want to do from here, once you got this pin bar, right, whether it's on the 4 hour or the 1 hour, you don't enter right away, don't enter a buy, because this trick that I'm going to show you is just to avoid as minimum drawdown as possible. Right, because sometimes you might have seen when you enter on these sticks that you are in red for quite some time, and some of you might even close that in loss, only to find out a few days later that it went in your direction. Okay, so this method you can just use to enter the pin bars. Alright, so on the 1 hour you can also identify this as a descending channel. Right, so descending channels are reversals. Okay, so let's just adjust that real quick. So also you can see here you had your first touch, your second touch, and more confirmation. The third touch was that lovely pin bar right there. Okay, so that gave me more confirmation. Now let's just talk about the entry. So like I said, guys, you don't want to enter right away. Okay, and just go to my MT4 to show you guys. Right here. Right, so this is the 4 hour. Now let's go to the right. So this is also Eurjpy. Okay, so like I said, guys, when you get this, you don't enter right away. All right, so what you can do once you got that, all right, you can see there's your pin bar, all right there. Okay, once you got that, what you can do, you can take your flip, all right, take it from the low of the pin bar to the high, all right, and then what you want to do is you want to make sure that the candlesticks do not close below the 78.6, okay, because what can happen is the retest can happen at the 50%, 61, or the 78%. all right, so when you're looking for your entry, whether you draw your FUP of the pin bar on the 4 hour, 1 hour, you can go down to the 15 minute and look for entry there. All right, so what you'll find is that it might turn at the 50%, 61, or the 78.6. all right, in this case, as you can see, this part right here, it was just to catch some people out on the wrong side of the market. Okay, because some people might think that this just closes right below for a retest and then goes for selling opportunities. Okay, but the market is not picture perfect, so you would get situations like this where it plays around like this around the 78.6, but nevertheless the rules stay the same. Draw your FUP, alright, from the low of the pin bar to the high, and wait for it on the 50%, 61, or the 78.6. okay, let's just look at another example here. This is on AUD USD. okay, so you can see that we had also there a lovely candlestick formation. Okay, so what you want to do is take it from the low to the high. Okay, why doesn't this thing wanna but okay, yeah, never mind. Then you wanna go down to the 1 hour 15 minute. Why doesn't this thing wanna all right, it depends. If you are a scalper intraday trader, you would know which time frame you wanna enter. Okay, so what I like to do, I like to enter on the 15 minutes. So like I said, it will either turn around by the 38, 50, 61, or 78.6. okay, so in this case she made a retest on the 61.8. okay, so this is just a method you guys can use to enter a pin bar. all right, you can use it on any time frame. See here we have another one here on the 1 hour. Let's just draw that from there to there. Okay, and then we move down to the 15 minute. all right, and we made a U-turn on the 38.2 level. all right, so this can just help you to avoid much drawdown as possible. So yeah, if you guys like this, all right, yeah, just send me a message or me up on Instagram. And yeah, that's just a move that I use for my Pinbars, right? So with this Eurjpy, what I'm looking at is just a possible further correction, okay, and then possibly would have more upside. Alright, so yeah, that's a possible move on Eurjpy for now, because we had an impulse, so I'm waiting for a correction and another impulse. Alright, so yeah, that was just how I caught my Eurjpy trade. Alright, sorry, that's the before the move. Why isn't this thing going on? What's wrong with this thing? Alright, there, yeah. Let's just take a quick look at Nasdaq and what can happen here. Alright, so like I explained in my previous video, that she might fall towards this level, and yeah, she did. So big ups to those who caught the buy over here. Let me just, yeah. And so what can we expect next? So let's just mark out this high right here, okay, and this high right here. So what I like to do, I like to mark out the previous highs, okay, that Nasdaq made for future movement, okay. So this is on the 4-hour time frame. Let's just go down to the 1 hour. So as you can see here, sellers are still in control, but what we do have here is this broken trend line right here. So we have broken trend line right here, and what could happen in this previously broken high right here, you can see Nasdaq has been making high highs right here, okay. So what I am expecting is a possible retest of this level and maybe off the trend line to then head towards the upside, okay. If you go down to the 15-minute, it should be much clearer. Yeah, as you can see, higher highs and higher lows, so I'm expecting a possible buy on the 15-minute around this region right here. Just mark this out as red. So yeah, this is what I'm expecting on there. So what I'll be watching right now, we might get a retest of this trend line and off this level right here, the high that I marked out, okay. So I'm just going to be watching and see what it does right here. So yeah, that's just my view on Nasdaq, and if you would also take your trend line and connect your recent points or this point, either way, it's up to you. If you want to use that 2 points, or if you want to use this point and that point, and we might get a retest of the trend line, okay. So yeah guys, that's just my view on NAS. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, if this was helpful, you can just leave a comment, and yeah, like and subscribe and share to your friends. So a possible retest of the zone and the broken trend line, or if it breaks this trend line, we also have this inner trend line and the outer trend line. But yeah guys, this is what I'm expecting on Nasdaq for now. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Cheers.